to Top Rope Reality this week, episode 78.
That's huge. So close to episode 80. And big changes happening after that.
Big changes are coming.
And I believe episode 80 is also the third, installment of Jeb's Knowledge.
Yes.
And I know we all love Jeb's Knowledge.
So send in your questions because he loves to answer your questions.
As seen by the last video he had, he loves the questions. But this is part one.
This is part one. Ringside news. You talking about being huge? Nothing's huger than what come out this past week.
Huger may not even be a word, but you know, it's
when it
involves this guy.
When it involves this guy, yes,
you gotta make up words.
Huger.
Huger.
Expandier.
Yeah. There you go. Unnamed personal.
Unbelievable.
Reasons. That's a joke. He's probably just taking a vacation. We're talking
probably
about.
Got busted for drugs. This is their little catch to get him out on the time without saying he got busted for drugs.
I hear you are so on top of you. You always want him to be getting busted for steroids.
Well, when you say it that way.
Personal reasons, he may just want to go on vacation.
How they say that?
Maybe he doesn't want people to be looking for him on vacation.
Oh, please.
Hey,
I think he failed the wellness policy.
We got some crazy fans around. Speaking of wellness policy, we did not go over that. Do you have that on here?
I did have that on there.
Very good. I see it right there.
Yep. Okay, well, we're talking about, if you don't know already, because you're living under a rock.
Rock.
And not Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Because you ain't living under him, because, no.
He's already got a woman.
He got a
Prego,
woman.
so.
Is she really?
Yeah,
oh, that precious.
But John Cena asked for some time off, and he's going to get it for unnamed personal reasons.
And it's to start after.
He fell
Oh my word, you're obsessed. He's to start after the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
So that means we're getting a new United States champion.
We should. He shouldn't have to hold it because, hey, when Daniel Bryan gets hurt and has to leave for an unknown amount of time, he has to drop the belt. I mean, Ryback only had staph infection, so thank goodness. I mean,
since he put so much prestige in the championship,
it needs to be defended.
Then why is he going to take it with him?
It isn't listed.
But
it isn't listed for any WWE events again until the live event in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, on December the 30th. So he will be the next U.S. champion.
There should be that. He should drop it in one of these open challenges.
No.
And what he should do, and we will see. I mean, people's complaining now, well, we know he's going to lose the title. We know since he's leaving, he's going to lose the championship.
So who's he supposed to be facing a Hell in a Cell? We don't know.
No, I know yet. I think he should drop it to somebody on Raw and then face them again at Hell in a Cell. Because you always want your rematch.
That's true.
Since they're supposed to be all surprises, well, let's surprise somebody and let somebody win. Because the joke of Xavier Woods, he's a real good character, but please, when you saw Xavier, you knew he's not winning the United States Championship.
Right.
So.
But apparently someone who is a homer for John Cena said we're going to give you a top 10 right here, a countdown, if you will, of the 10 big WWE problems caused by John Cena taking time off.
Well, hell, they might just shut the doors themselves, the way it sounds like, you know?
That's right.
John Cena's leaving. We'll close up shop. We're going off. We're taking off time, too.
That's right. We're going to have an off-season finally because Cena wants to have an off-season.
Yeah, I know.
Number 10 is the U.S. title. It is tarnished now that people know Cena's leaving.
Please, we know that before. Let's see. How many times we see, well, I'm not signing my contract. I'm going to lose or leave. Wow, what's going to happen?
What?
Please, people.
Think about Mr. Perfect versus Ric Flair.
I know. Just think about it. There wasn't even much internet back then as it is now.
That's true.
It still got out. It's going to get out.
It will. Number 9 is merchandise. Cena shirts aren't going to be flying off the merch stand so much when fans know he isn't there. And that is not true because I went to a SmackDown taping in Birmingham at the Legacy Arena at the BJCC. And him and Roman Reigns were both out. And I believe Daniel Bryan all at the same time. All three.
They're going to ram John Cena's stuff down your throat. Him there or not.
John Cena was not at the SmackDown because he's never at SmackDown. He was not at the SmackDown tapings.
It's beneath him.
Daniel Bryan was out at the time, but yet there was Roman Reigns,
yes,
merchandise. There was a whole section because everybody else just had one thing. There's a whole section for John Cena merchandise. There's a little section for Roman Reigns. Nothing for Daniel Bryan, even though he was like the #2 salesperson behind John Cena. And then a little section for everybody else. Okay, so if he's not at the shows, clearly it doesn't matter. All the children still want the neon colors.
Yes. The next one is the roster exposed. The roster is going to be left looking very flat in November. No John Cena, no Brock, no Undertaker. Oh my Lord,
No
what are they
Daniel
gonna?
Bryan.
What are they? No Daniel Bryan. What are they gonna do? The wrestling world cannot survive.
But yet they have Seth Rollins, they have Dean Ambrose, they have Roman Reigns, they have Bray Wyatt,
They have Kevin Owens.
they have Kevin Owens, they have Cesaro, they got the Big
Stardust.
Slow.
They got King Barrett. So come on. There's
Clearly,
people
and
there. Dolph. Dolph.
So they love Dolph. Did you hear his reaction when he came out to New York at the live special? My gripe about King Barrett, he comes back, he beats the crap out of him with the bullhammer, Neville, and Stardust, and then the very next night on the tapings for SmackDown, he loses on main event. Loses on main event.
WWE people.
To someone who's not even involved. That was random. Look who's calling!
I saw it.
To the two people that he's feuding with were not even in the match, but yet he lost to some, I don't remember who it was, maybe Dolph or someone. But King Barrett shouldn't have lost, he just came back.
That's right. That's what right about WWE. We talked about it hundreds of times here.
Number 7 is no locker room leader. He is the guy who goes between Vince and the boys. Don't agree.
I don't agree either.
John Cena's looking out for John Cena.
And Nikki.
Of course.
Yes.
Number 6 is media and corporate impact. Any sort of product launch or media interview, and the mainstream media absolutely love him. How many WWE films was he in? Like only maybe 2 or 3. How many movies has Miz been in? How many interviews does Miz do all the time? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just about John Cena.
I thought they hired these legends to do this.
An ambassador.
I know. Well, if he wants to be an ambassador, then quit wrestling and start being an ambassador then.
There you go. I mean, think about this. X-Pac apparently tore his daggone bicep out. He's got plenty of time for
That
interviews.
was a bad looking.
Ooh, it looked bad.
Yeah, it looked bad. Yeah.
It looked real bad. But hey, he's got time to do interviews. We don't just have Johnson.
Number 5, Survivor Series. Well, there you go. We don't even have the pay-per-view.
It's a B-level pay-per-view. You
We don't
guys.
have it. I mean, John Cena can't be on the pay-per-view.
I mean, it's supposed to be Survivor Series type matches, but John Cena's supposed to survive against everybody.
Yeah. They quit doing that a long time ago.
Yes, they did.
And it makes you, and they try to make you feel like it's something special. We give you a Survivor Series traditional match. No, give us all Survivor Series.
Thank you. Let's make it a traditional pay-per-view.
Yeah, come on.
Not just a
what is that?
traditional match.
Go ahead.
And then we have the network subscriptions. There we
I'm
go.
going to discount to mine right now.
I'm done.
I'm done.
done.
I'm finally quit crying over John Cena going to take some time off. I'm going to just count to mine. Well, count to mine during our first.
During our first break segment, we are done. We are finished with. I mean, even though next week is NXT week, it's not John Cena week, is it? It's John Cena week.
They had a John Cena week. They need to before he goes away.
They didn't have a John Cena week.
No.
They had a click week, didn't they?
Maybe they feel like every week is John Cena's week.
They had an NXT week. They've had a click week. They've had a WCW week. Where's John Cena's week?
They'll do that when he comes back.
Exactly.
The next one is Raw ratings. Wow. I'm glad they're going to start dropping, huh?
They're going to start dropping because John Cena's not there. Oh, wait. Lowest rating since 1997. And John Cena was on the last episode, wasn't he?
He was in the main event.
The main event? What?
Yeah, John Cena. I thought it was going to raise up. I thought people tune in when they hear John Cena's on the show.
I mean, doesn't his shirt say "Rise Up"?
Will it be a slap in
Rise
the
up,
face?
Rise up against cancer.
If the ratings go up when John Cena is nowhere around,
He take his time off, and then all of a sudden, hey, look at the ratings going up. I'm
they're
just
just
saying.
saying for the thing they wrote for a while back is finally building up right.
And that Rusev Dolph storyline, I'm right there with you. I'm ready to watch it. Yeah, okay. And then you've got Europe. They've got a European tour coming up, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a gold mine for WWE.
What? John Cena's like he's gonna miss the European tour?
The key attraction is John Cena.
Wow.
He's not gonna be there.
Not the champion.
I mean,
John Cena.
But yet Cesaro. I mean, European. I bet the European people love foreign folks.
Nah, they love John Cena.
European people.
They love John Cena.
I mean, don't you think King Barrett would do well there? Sheamus would do well there. Cesaro would probably do well there.
Oh, probably would do well there.
Oh, really?
They love John Cena. Without John Cena, want him to go.
Why
save the fuel. Save the planes apart.
I really hope when that tribute to the troops come around, he is not going to take time off because we're done. The troops don't want to see anybody else.
He's gonna miss it because I'm back to that in December.
That'd be like Make-A-Wish Foundation saying, "Oh, we're done doing wishes. John Cena retired from wrestling.
No wishes, please.
No wishes anymore. We're done with wrestling."
And their biggest group of people, number one
with a bullet.
The ones that fill the seats every week, the kids.
They're gonna be sitting there like when Hulkamania turned on the people and went with the NWO.
They didn't know they're so small and stupid. They have no clue.
Their parents are going to bring them regardless because they're like, I want to go see the wrestling show.
They're not bringing them. They can't. They're going to spend their money when John Cena's not there. They're top attraction.
They'll still sell the merchandise.
Place.
They'll still sell the merchandise. The kids will still love it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is, I mean, I went to a show, sell the merchandise. Some of the shows, I was selling merchandise and I had random DVDs. Let me tell you, these children were probably, I would say, no more than maybe 7 or 8 years old. And on the covers, they were pointing out and telling each other who was on the covers. And I'm talking about stuff from way back. I'm talking about Jake the Snake Roberts. I'm talking about Kurt Angles. I'm talking about the Jericho DVDs. I'm talking about all these DVDs of people that they shouldn't know who they are.
Yep.
And they're telling me who they are.
Did you sell out?
And I did not sell out all the way.
Get you some John Cena stuff. My God, man.
But hey, you know what? They weren't asking for John Cena gear.
They weren't.
They were not.
Oh, man.
I even had a jersey with Triple H on it. Guess what?
They're not true kids then.
It went out the door.
They're not true kids.
That's right.
If they weren't begging and beating down your table for John Cena,
that's right. But it's amazing to me. And even,
well, they're really smart children.
There was even a stack of WCW trading cards that I got, and I was selling those. And the very top card, because I'm a smart businessman, the very top card on this stack was Macho Man Randy Savage. And a 7-year-old girl walked up and said, "Hey, it's Macho Man." And then bought the stack of cards. Only off of that one person on the card wanted the whole stack. Macho Nacho Man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on from John Cena because honestly, he's not worth our time. And we're going to move on to...
Now, about I know, when he's gone, I guess our ratings are going to drop.
What are we going to have to complain about?
Oh, no,
My gosh. You know, the pay-per-view review section, this pay-per-view review section, we haven't even... done a lot. I mean, we're in Survivor Series early on, and we're still doing very well. And John Cena's not on any of those. What are we going to do? But we're talking about the NWA, not the music group, meets with Spike TV officials. Why? Says nothing's on the table right now.
If it comes true.
For the they're done. They get a sour taste in their mouth from TNA. There's nothing on the table right now for the NWA or any other wrestling promotion. Spike reportedly wants to air shows which draw more interest from women than wrestling does, because they are the network for men. But anyway, so I guess they're now going to be called Spike Time, like Lifetime and Spike put together.
Yes, there you go.
So in addition to Spike TV, NWA President Bruce Tharp is also looking at other TV possibilities, and
Netflix.
NWA also has their own subscription service like the network.
Yes, it does. I don't know why.
So why not put? Why not put? Okay, you got the subscription service. Put all the old stuff on there. Since you have all these promotions that you work with, why don't you put all those promotion stuff? They all film their stuff and send it in to you, and you put it on your own network. And then
it makes sense.
TNA Impact Wrestling announced to be in Twitter.
Now, see, this is TNA.
This is TNA.
This is their big, and we're gonna announce something. It's huge. It's big. It's great. It's not John Cena.
But it's a major announcement from TNA President Dixie Carter, and it will be announced this Monday.
See, there's your problem there.
This Monday?
Why don't you announce it at your pay-per-view tonight?
Thank you.
Get more people to review. You gotta throw it out there because you named a match with one person in it. Oh my Lord, who's going to show it? Who could it be? Could it be some former WWE guys? Oh, I'm sorry, they're all in the main event. Because we can't put our homegrown talent in the main event for the title. We got to do old WWE guys.
That's
But yeah, they're having another major announcement. What's it going to be? Who's going to pick up TNA now after Destination America?
Not a surprise here. NXT diva Carmella.
Poor Carmella.
Was injured after a bad spot in her match against Eva Marie. All botch everything. That is the new thing. If you haven't kept up with it, but if you watch, catch up. You got to catch up on NXT TV because their big chant now during her matches.
Yes, you suck.
All botch everything.
Oh.
All botch everything.
Good.
So all red everything.
Good, because it was Eva sucks. Let's go, Eva. Eva sucks. I'm like, oh my goodness
all
gracious.
botch everything. She kicked Carmella in the head and knocked her out.
I thought she got trained. Was she just going through the motions? They didn't teach her how to kick and draw and pull your kick instead of kicking somebody screwed in the head.
Right.
Because you get too many concussions, Carmella's career could be over with because this dumb redhead doesn't know how to wrestle.
Yeah, she pulls
Vince,
kicks.
if you're getting a boner from Eva Marie, take her to your office. Keep her out of the wrestling ring because she sucks as a wrestler.
Get your Bill
She
Clinton
brings
on.
nothing to the table.
Amen. This is Hogan's hangover.
It's not Hogan's hangout yet because I haven't told him a good name yet. But Eva Marie, for goodness sakes, I don't. And you wonder why wrestling is kind of going downhill now instead of peaking uphill.
Right.
Because of crap. You're 70 years old, Vince. It's time for you to back away. Just collect your checks. Be happy that your company is doing great. Let Hunter and Stephanie run things. Get some great wrestling minds in there to run things.
Right.
Get off your ego trip.
That's right.
Because if you don't, and you let these soap opera writers and these nobodies who know nothing about wrestling keep writing for your shows, it's going to be TNA worthy.
That's right.
So
she would be worthy of TNA.
They would take her.
They would take her because she's just a former WWE person. But
well, I know they're going to get him. So
yes, they will. But no, I'm saying that the whole Eva Marie thing. I mean, this is crazy.
Yes.
I mean, make her a manager, whatever you got to do. I don't care. Make her an interviewer. It doesn't matter. She doesn't need to be in the ring.
Talk as little as possible.
There you go. She doesn't need to be in the ring.
Valet.
Carmella's too much of an asset right now with Enzo and Cass. You don't need to be injuring her.
No.
So you need to be protecting people like that. But I mean, pull a kick. I mean, the wrestler can run into the foot. You don't have to kick her full force in her head. But big news, WWE Star suspended for 30 days on the very first violation for their on their contract for the wellness policy.
Not John Cena yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's he's on a very short list.
He is. He was a general manager.
He was a general manager, ladies and gentlemen. He just couldn't reach for that brass ring.
He couldn't even jump for the brass ring.
No.
But he's heading down that yellow brick road right now.
Yes,
so.
he is. Yes, he is, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very.
It's a sad short story.
It is a very sad short story. I'm trying to come up with some more.
I know it's.
It is.
Kind of gets me right here on my knee.
That's right. He really bites you right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the man, the myth, the legend,
the one who rules little people's court.
That's true, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to go to wrestler's court now.
Yes, he
and
does.
we're talking about the guy who hasn't been on TV in forever, so why even announce he's gone for 30 days? We're talking about Hornswoggle.
Give him his walking papers.
You know that Micro Championship Wrestling was just on their very first pay-per-view, so they might need a general manager.
They may.
So he may need to go there. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to move on to the Madison Square Garden. Is that a little Arnold there?
It was a little bit, yes.
It was. The Madison Square Garden showed results with two feuds combined together in one tag team match with Sheamus and Rusev.
They did have single matches and they moved together, which worked.
Taking on Dolph and Randy Orton, and of course you got to start it out with some fun stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
With the faces winning. Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler got the win, and then Rusev got very, very upset. He was just shoving his head.
I mean, he was
shoving his
head.
head.
We don't
just,
need. Must turn Sheamus back face.
He is going face. Rusev goes after Sheamus for the loss, but he got a bro kick after he's about to get on the microphone. It's like, Lana, I had you. And then he turned around. He was like, "You're more worthless than Lana."
But the finish was good. Dolph super kicked Rusev, and Rusev turned into an RKO.
Nice.
It works.
So then he blamed Sheamus, even though he lost.
Of course.
There you go. Stardust lost for the 1,199th time.
But he was great in the ring.
I saw the cape thing.
You see him spinning around.
He got to the top rope with the cape. They're like, "Is he gonna go for the red arrow?" No, he went for like a double axe handle or something. My gosh. But he lost again to Neville. When will this feud end? We're saying that for a lot of feuds. Dolph and Rusev needs to end. Neville and Stardust needs to end.
No, they're not going to end until they don't have a triple threat. So
who?
Stardust, Neville, and King Barrett. That would be the smart thing to do.
Yes, well, hurry up.
But they got to wait to Hell in a Cell.
Well, hurry up.
He needs to attack both of them again.
Hurry up. It's like, whose heels and whose faces in it? Because Stardust attacked...
Neville is the face.
Obviously. But Stardust attacked King Barrett, so wouldn't King Barrett just be pissed off at him?
It should be,
But he attacks Neville, so now you have a triple threat, so...
Do we have to go back to WWE writing?
It's aggravating people. When you have a 6 Divas tag team action with Team Bella getting a win over Team Panama City Beach.
Which they should be done for, too.
But I like what they did here. Charlotte and Becky jumped off the apron because Paige was going to tag one of them in, and they both jumped down. And then I love the promo afterwards where Paige said, "How dare them do what they did to me? I would never do that. They're my best friends."
Yes.
I don't know if I could ever forgive Charlotte and Becky.
That was funny.
It was hilarious. It's almost like, if she's a heel, she's going to act like she never did anything wrong.
Oh, she's done nothing wrong.
And then the Intercontinental Championship match, Kevin Owens defending, and he retained.
Of course, because Jericho's just there.
Against Chris Jericho. He's there to make people look good.
I mean, he could be in a feud with Dean Ambrose if they'd done it right, but again, WWE writing.
Exactly.
So
this was, October the 3rd was the 25th anniversary for Chris Jericho debuting in the Moose Lodge. In the Moose Lodge in Canada, and he fought a man who was in the front row.
I know, like you got tickets.
Isn't that weird? I think Jericho brought him in because he was in attendance in the front row. That was Lance Storm, and that was Jericho's very first match in front of 50 people. And then he had his match for the 25th anniversary against Kevin Owens at Madison Square Garden, and also Cyrus the Virus.
Yep.
And Don Callis and
John Stewart.
What was the other man? What was Don Callis' other name? Jackal. They was both ringside. Apparently, Jackal's apparently one of Jericho's best friends in the business. That actually shocked me on that one.
I don't know.
Very interesting. WWE Tag Team Champions, the New Day.
Oh, the New Day.
The Dudley Boys.
The New Day has really gained some steam with me. They are very entertaining.
Very entertaining. Yet Xavier Woods interfered to break up the 3 count, but Woods went through a table and they set up for the Dudleys. So the Dudleys won by DQ because of Xavier Woods. Yeah, I'm telling you, you need a third partner.
You do.
Little brother Spike.
You at least have one pay-per-view with a third one, 3-on-3. Then you can have a tables match because we're all maybe they're waiting until TLC to do the tables match.
It doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
That's in December, correct?
That is in December.
So now we're in October.
Yep. And
we've got Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
So they need to have. You could have
Survivor Series. There's your 3-on-3 there, Survivor Series.
Exactly.
So they don't want to do 5-on-5 or 4-on-4.
You can have a 3-on-3 and add in Spike and Survivor Series. You can have. Get built up. That's right.
Or just bring somebody in and put the glasses on and call them another Dudley.
Exactly.
I've seen it done before. And then we have what the Madison Square Garden show is all about. Brock Lesnar and Brocktober taking on a Big Show.
Exactly.
First time in 13 years these two have bucked heads
and
again.
The first time in over 10 years Brock has fought Madison Square Garden. Do you know who he faced at Madison Square Garden before?
If it's been 2 years, it wasn't Big Show.
It was Goldberg. Remember, they were both leaving the company.
Was that the one where they were the big stinker?
When it was Stone Cold as the referee and Goldberg won.
That was a stinker, yes.
Yes, it's a bad match, but they were both leaving because he's going to go try NFL. Yeah. But anyway,
that's why people crapped on that match, because they knew both of them were leaving.
Exactly. They both were they were both chanting about them leaving.
Well, Brock won because he's going to win. He's going to keep on winning. They're even going to tease when he's on Austin's show them having a match. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't get face-to-face as it's fixing to go off the air. Get a few tables and stuff pushed around here. So, me. And then Vince will clamp them down. Why do you keep saying that? It's not going to happen. And then make the announcement. So.
Exactly.
But Big Show got thrown like a rag doll by Brock because Brock is very strong and Big Show needs to go. They were singing no.
Really?
Goodbye. Yes.
That's so bad.
And then in the main event. In a steel cage, which, hey, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. And the main event being for the U.S. title is nice, too.
Yes, and they should have just go and give Seth the title back since John Cena's leaving. But they didn't, and John Cena picked up the win because he always picks up the win. And that's why they love him and going to miss him, and all the money's going out the door because John Cena is going out the door for a few months. But Kane interfered, of course.
Okay, here it says,
you know what I'd have done?
What would you?
When I got on the cage to come down, Kane's coming. I don't care if Kane's coming or not. Drop down, get the title, and run your ass around the other way.
Because all he had to do
But he
was
climbed back up. He got back in the ring with John Cena. Missed the splash on the top of the cage, and John Cena did the AA, and we're good.
I mean, if I'm dangling on the outside of the cage, I'm just going to jump and...
yeah, and take my beating from Kane. But hey, guess what? I'm United States champion.
Exactly.
And then Kane got in the ring and hit a tombstone on Seth. So, and hopefully this little feud will be. I mean, I like the way Kane's doing. He gets rough talking. He gets smiling.
It's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. I like this Kane right now.
The interview he had with Renee.
Yes, that was
pretty funny.
I told Seth, good luck in your match tonight.
Like the one before the like during the Madison Square Garden thing was hilarious. He was like, "I'm here for one reason, and one reason only. Seth Rollins has a chance to win back the United States Championship, and I would not let something like this stop me from making it all the way here to the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden.
And if that demon shows up,
I'm gonna run after. Well, I'm gonna hobble down and take care of that demon, whoever that demon is, just as fast as I can get down there. It's great. It works.
I hate that you worked to miss Raw when he gave the severed head back.
I saw the little video package of it. He was like, "Here's your severed head." I'm like, he's so excited about it. Here's your severed head.
I went and dug.
Went through all that trash to give you a severed head. It's almost like giving someone a fish head. It's like, here, you're dead now. This is great.
Well, let's talk about, we're going to predict NXT TakeOver, which is this Wednesday.
It's not going to be easy, because there's people not even putting in matches.
No, we're doing the TakeOver. We're not talking about...
No, TakeOver. Bound for... I jumped ahead.
We're just going to talk about that. We ain't predicting that. It's hard to predict.
It is.
But it's really not. But we're going to talk about TakeOver.
Respect production.
I do like the women getting the main event.
You do like women?
I do like women.
That's good to know.
Yes. Well, I don't know if this is the order. It should be the order.
It should be the order. We're going to say the first match: Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, take on the mechanics of Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder of North Carolina.
I like the way their look is with the jackets. They're going old school, kind of like the Brainbusters. But Finn Balor, who is the champion, Samoa Joe, need to win.
They're going to win
There's going to be no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Second match: Jason Jordan and Chad Gable taking on Baron Corbin and Rhino in the semifinals as well. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are ready, willing, and Gable. They finally added all three words. I don't know if you saw it yet or not. He used to say just Gable on there. Now he has it like this.
Yes.
And the first word on it is ready. And he's like, I'm ready. And the camera doesn't see the rest of it. He's like, willing, and Gable. He lifts it up.
We know they're going to break up before too long, but they
eventually. But they may not. I mean, it may just keep going.
They will, because Jason Jordan will be a bigger star than Chad.
Oh, God, come on. Just because you're short. Don't hate on short people.
I'm short. I don't hate on short people.
You are short. Anyway, you doggone short person. But anyway, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable need to win. They're on a roll.
But will they win?
They need to. I'm going to say they are. I think Baron Corbin and Rhino need to end up splitting up.
There will be some trouble between them.
It may not be exactly right then, but they do need to have tension there. They do have tension, and the tension needs to be the reason that Jordan and Gable win.
I can see Baron Corbin walking. He has the attitude that I'm going to walk.
He's a lone wolf. His jacket says lone wolf. It's like daggone.
And then we get face Rhino, which ain't bad having face Rhino.
It's not a bad idea. In the third match, Dana Brooke taking on Asuka.
Okay, she's new.
She's winning.
Dana Brooke ain't winning.
Exactly. The fourth match, Apollo Crews, also new, taking on Tyler Breeze, the new CJ Parker.
Yes.
Which is really bad because he was main event. He was been in these main event title matches. He's taking on Jushin Thunder Liger. Let's not make him a jobber.
He's not really a jobber. He's better than people get over him.
But still, there's a lot of other people that could do that.
That's true. But hey, would you rather get beat on TV or not make it at all? There's a lot of people that ain't even on the Takeover special.
Well, that's true. I mean, where's
I'd rather be on the Takeover special and getting beat than not be on there at all.
And that's true. But Apollo Crews is going to beat Tyler Breeze. Unless they're going to go ahead and have Apollo Crews lose and just shock people and start up a little feud there.
Yeah. He can cheat him,
and then the finals we're saying is Samoa Joe and Finn Balor taking on Jordan and Gable.
Right for the main event.
Which it's actually just Cable, which is very funny. Anyway, congratulations. Anyway, it should be right before the main event. And Jordan and Gable should beat Joe and Balor.
Oh, wait. And you're thinking, what? No. How does a world champion and Samoa Joe lose to an up-and-coming team? How? What am I, Indian now? How? Firewater over there. Well, that's pretty racist, though.
What'd you say?
So that's pretty racist.
No, before that.
Oh, firewater.
Firewater? Little Big Fat.
Don't you know what firewater is?
No.
It's alcohol.
Do a good job.
Big Little Chief, you know how that goes?
Big Little Chief.
Okay, now what we're talking about, and we put these two noggins together and was doing a lot better.
We've been rebooking other promotion stuff since we rebuilt those promotions. So now we've got the booking caps on, ready to go.
But Joe and them are going to lose because one of them is going to turn on the other one.
It has to happen. If you've been watching NXT, which if you haven't, then there's something wrong with you.
They're busy.
Oh, there's no busy when NXT is on. It comes on Wednesday, and I watch it on Thursday because I have a job. I work in the evening. So you know what? Yes, I'll watch it the next day. But you know what? It's going to happen. I'm going to watch it the very next day because I want to see what the heck is happening. And they've been teasing it where Samoa Joe's been like, "In there, right, champ," and doing all these weird things, saying all these weird things, and like hitting the belt, just like hitting the belt, just like that. And then Finn giving him an eye.
Be on YouTube.
Give him an eye. So they're teasing tension there, and he's the world champion. He's not going to be in a long-term tag team.
No, it's not.
What is happening here? What have you done?
What have you done?
I haven't touched anything. That's really creepy. I don't know what just happened, but you know what? We're going to just say that that in the finals it should be Jordan and Gable. Where is it at? And then, of course, your main event. A 30-minute Iron Woman match. Did you just turn that sucker off? That sucks. But anyway,
that's weird.
30-minute Iron Woman match.
Yes.
You have Bayley. Taking on that is really strange.
It is really strange. I don't know.
Because I didn't touch a thing. But anyway.
Keep going.
Bayley, taking on
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks.
It says Iron Man match. It should say Iron Woman.
It should say Iron Woman. They keep announcing it as an Iron Man, and I think it's kind of disrespectful. It is an Iron Woman match. That'd be like if two guys were in an Iron Man match. They're like, "You're gonna be in an Iron Woman match."
Yes.
Okay. Call it what it is. It's Iron Woman. When it's a women's tag team match, it's called a women's tag team match. Right. When it's a mixed tag, it's not just it's a tag team match. No, it's an intergender. So this is the Iron Woman match, and Sasha Banks, she's still on the main roster. She's everybody's chanting, "We want Sasha." She's going to be the next big star of the Divas division if they do it correctly, which they should. Everybody's chanting. They chanted in New York. Of course, it helps. It helps when people know she's related to Snoop Dogg. They're like, "We want Sasha."
I know, it makes no sense.
Well, it's because of what you call it. It's because
she's getting her shot. I mean, her and Charlotte. They probably her and Charlotte for the end of the year or so.
Of course. You finding the TNA thing?
Yeah.
Good, because that's the end of it. So anyway, that's really weird.
That is very weird.
So anyway, I do believe that Bayley will retain.
Yeah. In a great match.
In a 30-minute Iron Woman match. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be spectacular, if you will. But Sasha is putting, just like Kevin Owens, he put over Finn Balor on the way to be permanent on the main roster. Not terminate. Don't want to be terminated. Anyway.
No, we don't.
Our terminus. You don't want to get eaten. But anyway, so Sasha Banks is Walking Dead reference, and so this is officially our Walking Dead show. Which on the way to our shows,
you're trying to, you're really drawing out.
Really, literally on our way to one of the shows, we literally had like a 2-hour talk about nothing but Walking Dead. That's amazing. I mean, we could literally make a show about it.
We may have to.
We probably will. But anyway, so Bayley's going to retain the title.
I still not it yet. So stupid.
It is sad. Going to retain the title, and Sasha Banks will be then permanent on the main roster, and then we will have Dana Brooke.
And make Bayley look better too.
Exactly. Dana Brooke, Emma, and Asuka in the women's division, because obviously, I don't think they're going to go with Eva Marie after you just destroyed Carmella.
No.
Knocked her out. Now we're going to just go over Bound for Glory.
Yes, real quickly here.
We have Kurt Angle taking on Eric Young. Why shouldn't it be Chris Melendez? I see where he's at.
Yes.
But it should be Eric Young. It should be the final feud. It should be the last match. Could be the last. Well, I know we don't write for them, but it should be Eric Young taking on Chris Melendez in a last man standing match. Because you can make so many jokes, be like, "Well, I got 2 legs to stand on." See?
I know.
I'll be the last man standing, whether you stand up or not. Because I got 2 legs.
You take his leg and he wins them. You win the match because he can't stand. I mean, come on.
I mean, it writes itself, really. But anyway, Kurt Angle's going to beat Eric Young. I mean, come on. Anyway, in a Bound for Glory gauntlet match, which, I mean, I guess they went away for a Bound for Gold. I'm sorry. Bound for Gold gauntlet match.
The #1 contender out of these people. This is going to be the #1 contender.
Have you seen that?
Can you hear the flushing sound? I can hear the flushing sound.
Can you tell who it's going to be? My God. Mr. Okay.
It's not going to be him. Not going to be him.
We've got Mr. Anderson, Abyss, Malahaba Shara, Tyrus, Robbie E, Jesse Goddard, them two are eliminating each other, Aiden O'Shea, who is the Hetz,
I don't know.
Eli Drake, which is the guy who used to be with Drew Galloway, and Chris Melendez. Somebody's going to take his leg. So you have 3 options. You have Mr. Anderson. I was going to make a joke saying Mr. Anderson and Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson, Abyss, and Shira. Oh. Have you seen this crap? Have you seen it?
I was going to go with Chris.
Chris who?
The last guy.
No! No! They're not going to do it.
That's the military dude, right?
Yes, but they're not going to do it.
You don't know that?
Well, it's TNA. They're stupid.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. Here's who they're trying to get over. Is Mahada Shara. Because here's the thing. They're doing this new Shira dance. Have you seen it?
No, I watched that less than I watched NXT. So.
Okay, but look. Here's what their thing is. I don't know why he's doing this. And he's making it kind of goofy, but I think they're going to go with it. He does this right here, which makes me think of this.
I'm doing Genie.
Yes. So he does this. This is his dance. And they're encouraging people to post videos doing that dance on social media.
Yeah, we're throwing back up again.
We are.
But went off.
But did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Encouraging people to do the dance on social media. Okay, so they're going with him. I mean, they're pushing him. But it should be one of those 3 people. I don't think so.
They'll have a handicap guy going for the world title.
I mean,
how great, and the military, how great is the publicity on that?
They don't get publicity because they don't advertise.
That's why they're going to try it now.
They're not going to try it now.
Okay, tag team title match.
But it should be the Bound for Glory series. They should have done Bound for Glory series like they've been doing. It goes over weeks and weeks.
They were just glad to be here.
That's true, and not in the Impact Zone. Oh, we're still on stage 3. It's not over with yet.
You have to get there. We're still getting finished with this. It'll be done.
Tag team title match.
I love computers.
Me too. The Wolves are the champions again. And they're going to take on...
Like, what is it, like they lost for a day?
It's pretty sad. They're going to take on Brian Myers, yes, the Prince of Queens, and his partner, Trevor Lee. Oh, wait, Global Force guys? But yet they beat Global Force.
I know,
so shouldn't they have made a tag team that's in TNA, contenders for the belts? Because Brian Myers and Trevor Lee shouldn't get a rematch because they got booted out of the company. But we don't write this. And then you have an Ultimate X match for the NXT. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you don't think they'll say you think they're going to be tag team champions? Think the Wolves going to
keep it? The Wolves are going to retain it.
They love the Wolves.
Ultimate X for the TNA X Division Championship. You have TBA. I mean, I really like TBA. He's really cool.
I need to get his shirt.
Versus TBA. Oh, that guy. He's in 2 places at once.
3 against
versus
1.
TBA. What? 3 TBAs. It's a triple team of TBA.
For your biggest show, your WrestleMania, you can't even pick up 3 opponents for your champion?
Because if you look around on the card, one of them's going to be a Grado, one of them's going to be a Rockstar Fad,
and one's going to be somebody they pulled in to be a surprise.
Probably Sanjay Dutt. Oh, Global Force is gone, right? Anyway.
Somebody that, you know, like, ooh.
But Tigre Uno's the champion, so the only thing we can pick is Tigre Uno being the champion.
Yes, I think he'll retain.
TNA Knockouts Championship. Gail Kim didn't even know she won the belt. That's how much we keep up with it. Gail Kim is the champion taking on Awesome Kong. I think they're probably going to go with Awesome Kong.
They should go with Awesome Kong because she ought to squish. I don't care how great Gail Kim is. Awesome Kong should squish her and take the title.
But there's never been a squish between the two of them. They always have competitive matches. This is going to be a long competitive match. But Awesome Kong should get the belt back because she hasn't come back to her glory that she used to have when she was in TNA. Yep. Because WWE won't pick her back up. Anyway, TNA King of the Mountain title, Bobby Roode, the champion.
Who just got it not too far.
Taking on Bobby Lashley. I mean, they do jump titles back and forth though.
But we'll guarantee that Bobby will walk out.
Bobby will walk out with the belt.
I can
see Bobby Lashley getting the belt just because, it's our biggest show of the year, and the champion should be a face from WWE. And then finally,
promote the MMA stuff. Or
exactly. TNA World Heavyweight Championship match with Drew Galloway versus EC3. They didn't update it all the way. Versus
they didn't update all the way. It's been on here. Then it's been updated.
That's it. Versus Matt freaking Hardy.
With special guest referee Jeff freaking Hardy.
Yeah, we didn't cuss. Anyway, so what will happen when Jeff Hardy turn on his brother and go back with an EC3? Or will he help his brother win the belt? Who really cares?
So you're leaving poor Drew out of it, huh? You didn't think Drew had a chance?
I don't understand. Maybe that's the way Drew wins the belt, is the distraction of all that going on with the family feud of the Hardys versus the Carters, if you will. Because, I mean, it doesn't make any sense why they just threw Drew in there. I mean, they're like, oh, we pay him a lot, so we probably need to throw him in there.
No, Matt got thrown in there. It was Drew versus
Matt got thrown in there.
Yeah, Matt got thrown in there.
Well, maybe that's why he'll win the belt then.
So
he'll probably end up winning the belt because of that. It's weird. The whole pay-per-view is weird.
It is.
And I think that's the whole show, though, on this one.
That is the whole show, yes.
On part one. So part one... Ringside News is done. I don't have any of that information today because I had a very long 3-day weekend selling merchandise and shoes.
That's all right. We'll
so
come back with
part 2, we wouldn't have time anyway. Part 2, the pay-per-view review, Survivor Series 89, 90, and 91.
So click on over to part 2. We'll be right back. Top Row Rowdy, episode 78.